Okay, y'all. So remember, T.I. and Tiny were awarded that $71 million because they had that infringement lawsuit against the MGA company that they say infringed on their OMG girls with the LOL dots, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So there were reports over the weekend that their punitive damages were taken from $53.6 million and reduced to $1. Now,
what does that mean?
Yeah, how do you do that? I thought it was a lawsuit. I thought it was done. I thought it was in stone.
I'm about to break down what happened, right? So, the MGA Entertainment, they're in the lawsuit with T.I. and Tiny. So originally, T.I. and Tiny were awarded $17.8 million in the verdict, and then they were awarded $53.6 million in punitive damages, right? But they've been to court a couple times over this for different reasons. But one of the reasons more recently is the judge is trying to show more proof, or asking for more proof of the fact that whether or not MGA did or did not intentionally mean to infringe on the OMG girls. So as of right now, a judge has ruled, Judge Selna has ruled no, that the intention wasn't there on purpose. So he reduced the damages from that 53 million to $1, but T.I. and Tiny's attorney has rejected that, of course, and they'll be going back to court for that as well. So it's not like a final decision, but that came out over the weekend, and people were like, well, what the heck? How
is
did
it the
this happen?
same judge that awarded them $53 million, or this is a different judge,
So the way that I'm reading it here from these docs, it is the same judge, and they've been to court. This is now that was the third time that they have been to court. There's been I guess like the first time they were in court, there was something that was said in the courtroom that the jury wasn't supposed to hear, and then the second time they went back to court over the ruling, there was like a case law study that they brought into court to prove that the money should be awarded that didn't necessarily line up. So the judge is like, we got to revisit this again, and now they're having a conversation about the punitive damages, and then they'll be back in court again over this because of course T.I. and Tiny are fighting it, and their attorney gave a statement, T.I. and Tiny's, and said this just shows how hard it is for creatives, especially black artists and young entrepreneurs, to protect their intellectual property from billion-dollar corporations, just because of all the fighting that they're going to have to do. So hopefully that is
because a lot of
rewarded.
times these corporations can wear you out because they just got more money than you. It's big bank takes little bank.
That's right.
So they can keep you in court forever.
100%. But I didn't even know that, once these rulings come down like that, like the back and forth. I mean, I guess because MGA is fighting it,
Yeah,
right?
they're not gonna let
it
down.
makes sense, but it's like at what point where it's like, do we just get or something and we get going? Because how long can this go?
I wonder with cases like that. You remember with I'm just going to use the rapper The Game, right? The Game got sued for like 20-30 million and lost, but then he couldn't go back and fight that. So how can that company go back and fight their lawsuit when artists like The Game couldn't go back and fight his? And so many different times you hear artists couldn't go back and fight theirs. So that's, I guess, like Charlamagne said, big bang take little bang. They got the money to do it.
I'm not for sure in the Game situation, but in this one, they're fighting. They are, and so there will be another hearing on the damages.
I hope T.I. and them get it.
I do too.
Same.
It's clear that there was some stuff going on.
100%. Like so clear.
But didn't they win 17 million? But it was the 53 million that was up in there.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying.
So they got the 17, right?
Yeah, so the 17 still stands, but the way that it was reported over the weekend was as if it was just everything was dropped to $1, and that is not correct. That's why I was breaking it down that way. The 17.8 will still be owed to them. The 53.6, which is the big number, the punitive damages, is what they won all that. They're going back and forth about that right now because the judge is saying, I don't think that y'all showed enough proof that they did this on purpose.
Gotcha.
Okay, now in other news, as we wrap up, over the weekend, boxing star Gervonta Tank Davis was arrested for domestic violence. He was booked early Friday morning, and there was video of him leaving the precinct where he was booked at. So this was broken by a reporter named Andy Slater. So he alleges that there was an altercation between Gervonta Tank Davis and his ex-girlfriend that happened a few weeks ago, and that Gervonta Tank Davis was wanted on a warrant because of that. By the police ever since the incident. He was pulled over by the cops in Miami because his license plate tipped off authorities, and then that's when they took him in. So this alleged altercation went down around Father's Day, a little bit after 9 o'clock. Apparently, or allegedly, Gervonta was picking up his child from the mom, one of his ex-girlfriends, and during that exchange, the alleged victim told police that she got into a verbal argument with Tank, which then turned physical, and led to the warrant and things of that nature. So, yes.
I wonder will that impact Lamont Roach Tank Part 2? Because they were supposed to fight August 16th, I think it was.
But why would he? He can still, like, would they stop the fight because of these charges?
Nah, I think boxing is the only one that when it's charges like that, they just keep it moving. If this would have been any other sport, he would have been suspended. Would have investigation. If this had been any other profession, they would have definitely been looking. But not, I've never seen that happen in boxing.
So he's still in jail?
No. He
He's
was
out.
released. There was a video of him being released, and he was like covering his face in the video. So yeah, he's released. That's why, I mean, unless he, I don't know why it would. I don't think that it would though. Impact the fight.
Well, that is the latest with Loren. Thank you, Loren.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody else, the People's Choice Mix is up next. Get your request in 800-585-1051.
Oh, matter of fact, you were just talking about Tiana Tiny. It's Tiny birthday.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Tiny.
Happy born day,
Why don't
Tiny.
you get her money?
Absolutely, yes.
All right.
You ain't gonna do no escape mix?
No, we do escape mix all the time.
Man, you
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.